So he's never far from our hearts, despite what we said last week about maybe leaving him out of it.
Oh, no. Please, right. Ben, give it. Please.
It's only been 1 week. Ben.
I just couldn't stay away. So I've been scrolling through Dave's likes, and I'm back in June of last year now. And there's one sort of fairly innocuous like that has drawn my attention. I just wanted to talk to you guys about it quickly. You know, on Facebook, where you can sort of create, I don't even know how you do it, but you create almost a cartoon version of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And only old people use it. And it's sort of like...
Are you talking about Bitmoji?
Is that what it... I don't know what it's called. Is that it?
I think some young people do it as well. Like my sister and my wife do it.
Really? Okay, so they do...
Well, if we're talking about the same thing, yeah. Like a little cartoony... Yeah, I think so.
It just... I don't know. In my experience, it feels like it's almost... You're identifying yourself as an old person, whether or not you're literally old.
I mean, I agree with you. Yeah.
I think just using Facebook in general as an identifier of being old at this point.
That's very true. There's one here. It's in a tweet. It's a fairly innocuous tweet, but it just, I don't know. There's something about it that's like my mum using Facebook.jpg in a way, and with the combination of the image and the text feels like vaguely threatening, and I think it's really elevated because of the shitty little avatar.
Oh god, those things. No, that is more of a...
Oh, that's the iPhone thing, isn't it? It's Bitmoji.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Wait,
it's not Facebook.
It's not called... I don't know what it is. It's the iPhone thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's not Bitmoji.
That's terrifying is what that is.
People use it on like WhatsApp and stuff if you're a bit younger, but that thing, I've seen that. I know, yeah, God, that's not what my mind first went to, but sort of strange 3D.
I'm glad I've seen a few people use them. I think that people save them and then post them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I've seen family members respond in comment threads with like an avatar thing that doesn't really look like them with like a thumbs up as almost like a yes. Yeah. I'm engaging with the post.
Yeah, it is kind of it is sinister. So particularly that character there. I don't know if you can make it look more or less like yourself, but
it's just like a blank, expressionless eyes. It's dead inside. Even though there's a smile on that face, you know there's nothing going on inside.
I will say which account it's from, and then I will also take a screenshot of the face and put it on the Twitter thread. Yeah, because I think it's so generic that it could literally be anyone at all.
Could be Simon Miller.
It could be Simon Miller. It's a bald man with his thumb up, and he's got some sort of like shadow around the side of his head, some stubble, and he's just got these wide eyes and a smiling mouth. And the text says, "At Dave Benson Phil, be at Let's Rock Scotland. See you tomorrow. Smile for the camera, lol." And then there's just this horrifying sort of unblinking monster.
Yeah, smile for the camera.
Yeah. And it's not cartoony like, so Bitmoji that I thought you were talking about is like 2D flat, like coloured in things with outlines, but that's like not Disney or DreamWorks. Yes. It's like the animated films that get made that maybe, you know, that are somehow popular, even though, and it's just because everyone takes their children to see them. It's that kind of thing where it's somehow making money and they've done 6 of them.
It's early Barbie movie animation, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ratatouille rather than Ratatouille.
Yes.
You seen Ratatouille?
No.
It only released in theatres in Hungary, and that's it.
Yes, pretty much. Oh, no. I kind of resent, Peter, you saying that only young people use X and Y, because I like to think we're still young, but I've come to the realisation that we're not, are we?
No, we're not young.
Well, I've got younger siblings-in-law who, when I first met them, they were children, and now they're not children, but they are young people. So it's a bit close to home for me. Like, I feel like I'm a young person, like you probably do, until I go and see them, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they all use TikTok and like understand, like they dress weirdly, but it's actually fashionable. But to me, it doesn't look fashionable. It's like, why are you wearing just a giant like man's shirt or whatever, you know? But it just makes me feel old.
God, we don't understand the youth anymore. It's happened. I mean, that was clear from our dated references that we've never evolved from.
No.
But
even the references we were doing 5 years ago were about 15 years out of date by the time we were doing them. Now they're 20 years out of date. So that's good. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I don't know, maybe I just resent it in a way. And and I just wanted to work out what it was. What is it? Is it an iPhone thing?
I'm the same. I do have, for some reason, some like huge internal resentment against anything that's new or different. Like TikTok, I abstain from completely. Yeah. I despise that app. Stuff like this. I like what I like, and God damn it, I'm not changing. You can't make me.
I don't even use Discord. I don't use Discord servers for, like there are probably some really cool Discord servers for specific niche interests that I'm into, that like there would be some really cool like-minded people, but I just refuse to use it other than for work. So yeah, I'm resistant to all these things.
To be all, I mean, we've got to talk about it. Thanks to the 1,000 people that tagged us on Twitter. But the Mr. Blobby costume auction on eBay.
Yes.
For one of the authentic, real-life Mr. Blobby costumes.
Is it still going?
Have you seen what it's up to now?
Like tens of thousands of pounds.
It's on £62,101.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, someone's going to bid 69,000, surely.
I don't know if any of these bids are real. Are they real, do you think?
It can't be.
They made the mistake of allowing people to bid who have no bidding history. So people can just like make eBay accounts, bid, and clearly not follow through. So
right.
He's got to hope, or she has, the owner has got to hope that at least like one or two of the high bids are genuine. But I don't know. We also saw the beans clock, the beans time. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who tagged us in that.
It continues to tag us in that. It's appreciated.
It's good though. That's like lateral thinking, because it doesn't say it is beans time, because that's not an actual phrase or meme, but it's just a clock with some beans in, and everyone's tagging us in and saying beans time. So I at least appreciate that you guys have had to do a bit of extra legwork there to make it relevant.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we'd be lost without you. And we appreciate your vigilance, even though we have seen it. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, we will not be placing a bid on it. Dave Benson Phillips' thoroughly used toilet seat is one thing. A 62,000 Mr. Blobby costume is another entirely. Can we get a Mr. Blobby morph suit? Is that?
Oh, surely that must exist. Yeah.
Morph suit. It's Memoji is the name of that thing, by the way.
Memoji. Okay.
Emoji. Right. Okay. There is sort of a cursed Mr. Blobby costume you can get for £74. It looks like you inflate it. I will send you guys a link. And yeah, there we are. Are we far away from the Dick and Dom live show now, by the way?
God, it's March,
isn't it? I think, yeah. Yeah.
God, that's going to be coming soon.
Oh, it's creeping up. Yeah. Well, God, I've been eagerly looking at my emails, waiting for that email that you've been chosen to go on stage, but I can't get my hopes up.
Is that how it works? Are they going to tell us before the show, or is it not just pick people on the night? In
the email, when it got redated, oh my God, why can't I do words today? It got rescheduled. There we go. Yeah. Redated. I like that more. When it got rescheduled, they sent an email. Apologies, but the show's been delayed. But some lucky VIP members will be emailed before the show to let them know that they'll have the chance to go on stage. So we'll see. I know, Ben, you've voiced your absolute fear of that happening, but.
If they get in touch and say that it's me, then one of you can pretend to be me if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why it's strange, though, is that like you would think that you would want to like on the night see who's up for it, rather than like pick people. And then what if those people say, no, I don't want to go on stage? Like, whereas there and then you can just say, oh, stick your hand up if you want to be on stage. Makes more sense to do it that way, but hey, they can do it how they like. They're Dick and Dom. It's crazy. No one knows what's going to happen next.
Oh, really, anything could happen.
There probably is a screening process involved where you have to sign a waiver and promise not to say really bad words on stage, so they can sue you after the fact.
Yeah, probably.
I've gone down a real rabbit hole now of Blobby adjacent costumes.
Yeah.
And Mr. Blobby appears to be some sort of official costume, but there's all sorts of offshoots that they've sort of skirted around the legal aspect of it. There's for Ali G, there's 90s celebrity costume.
Yeah, that's good. I like all those. The fake names.
Yes. What about
Boy Wizard and stuff like that?
Instead of Mr. Motivator, how about aerobics instructor? Instead of Alan, I think it's Alan from The Hangover, there's men's Stagnite hero.
That's what the boys call me.
My favorite one, though, is instead of Cousin It, there's unisex hairy relative.
Hairy relative.
Which is especially good. Anyway, we could be here all day. We should probably start the show.
We should.
Let's do that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the 3 R's, where everybody brings a thing along to talk about. I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Bonjour.
How we doing? You good? You okay?
Yeah, doing all right, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Anyone ask me?
No.
Ben, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks, Peter. Thank you for asking.
I'm doing great, thanks.
How are you doing? Mikey, I'm trying to ask. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Mikey, I'm trying to tell him how I'm doing. I'm doing great, thanks, Ben. Thank you, yeah.
That's really good. Have you been up to much since I spent all day at work with you?
Not really. Just mostly thinking about how much I don't care how Mikey's doing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, I spoke to Mikey 2 weeks ago. I don't need to talk to him again.
I had a really nice meal deal today.
What? Sorry, it looks like Mikey's talking on Discord. I've got him muted.
Yeah, me too. I've got the volume turned all the way down. I think he said food though. I mean, I don't know about you, Peter, but I'm kind of interested in maybe what was in the meal deal.
I got a big bag of hula hoops.
Oh,
okay. Well, see, I'm not interested. You okay, Peter? You doing?
Well, I'm intrigued about whether he beat his PB for the meal deal speed run.
I do need to try that again at some point. I need to terrorize. That's the thing. I need to find a non-local Tesco to do that in, so I don't get banned for running around the shop. I can just say, "I'm in a hurry. Sorry." Dear.
Yeah, you've got to film yourself as well. That's the awkward bit.
That is the awkward bit. I definitely, if I'd done that, if I'd had that idea, I would have recorded it separately and then dubbed it in post because I'm that awkward doing things in public.
I've seen worse things in that Tesco. I once there's a dude that walked in there just smoking a joint, which is just Bristol, but no shame. And no one said anything, so I think I'm fair to run around and scream at a camera for a bit.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, here's a fun little jump aboard the Segway. We're riding. Here we go.
Whoa.
If you would like to help support Michael buy his meal deals, then you should go to podiots.com. It's entirely optional. You don't have to, but if you go there and donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next episode of Podiots. You join Pod Squad, and you also, beyond helping Michael buy himself some lovely hula hoops, you can just support us generally.
You were listening.
Well, I heard hula hoops, and that's where I'd sort of. I don't want you to get the impression that I care.
I love a happy ending.
Mikey,
yes.
Do you have the first troop?
I do indeed. We begin with Alf's back in Tazo form. Scrummy cummy plop plops. Donak 07. You dirty twonky. Bartek Kubika, Fartek Papizza. It's got a good little jingle to it. Nice. Raindrop Joy, Mr. Motivator.
That's weird that you just talked about Mr. Motivator earlier.
God, yeah.
I know. Hey. Maybe he'll be our next obsession. He's still going.
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah, I for some reason I feel like he's done something problematic, but I'm not going to accuse him or anything without just baseless accusations.
Mr. Motivator scandal.
No, it's best not to know. While Ben's googling for
Mr.
scandals.
Motivator arrested for supply of illegal Class A substance, 1st of September 2014.
Surely not.
Badass.
Really?
Well, apparently that's
Well, seems a bit old for running drugs.
WUndergroundmusic.com. I don't know how reputable that that site is. I'll find out. You know what? I'll do some more research. You guys.
That's how he's so motivated, though. It's just endless cocaine, right?
Yeah.
God. Sorry, Mr. Motivator. I don't know if any of this is true. I'll continue.
Mr. Dopevator.
Creamy Dream. The Earl of Deltoid. Ben remembers to pick a fave. Lloyd's Bank, Danger Wank, Freddie Bedson, Bed Tits, and Stephen Skodes.
Also, we have got Lord Brotovich, You Know It's All About Dacoum, Blobby and Dave Deathmatch, Billy Ray Wanks Off, Phil Harding's Hat, Mikey versus Ashton Stream When, Paradise Kuna, More Cats, who was very generous and said, first time donator, been enjoying your things for so many years now. What you managed to create in this podcast and on all the channels is truly wonderful to me. Skoya, and that says a Hebrew expression which roughly translates to appreciate and go on forward. Well, sorry for butchering Skoya, but thank you for that very much. We've also got, thanks for leaving me out of it.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's donated at last. Time of the month, Blob Squad. Last donation for a bit, who was very generous and said, hey, boys, it's your favourite Andrew Stinson. Hope you all had a great new year. I got engaged over Christmas and oh my God, weddings are expensive, so we're saving where we can. So sadly, this will be my last donation for a while, but I will keep listening. Kiss, kiss. Well, thank you very much, Andrew.
Congratulations. Thank you.
And congratulations. I hope you're getting married. And we've also got, boys, look out. Thwack.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like knee deep now in
Mr. Motivator's
in Mr. Motivator law. Hang on.
Law LAW, I think, by the sounds of it.
I think Wonderground is a parody website. The article begins, Britain's favourite fitness guru, Mr. Motivator, has been arrested today after being found in possession of a Class A substance with intent to supply in the steam room at his local gym/house, where he was busy doing squats to the sound of SL2's On a Ragger Tip.
In his local gym/house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a funny coincidence. That's one of the songs I've used for like a stream promo before.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
So that is confirmed. He was not arrested for that. He's never been arrested. I just had a quick read through of the mirror.co.uk article from last year about him, and he moved back to Jamaica a bit because his daughter was ill in the early noughties, and then I think he's now back in the UK. So I don't think there's been any scandals.
Okay,
Mr. Motivator, for context, was a man who comes from Jamaica, by the sounds of it. I didn't know where he was from. Who used to just do fitness videos and fitness TV programs back in the sort of 90s, maybe 80s as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the best. Let me just hang on. Before I get back to Pod Squad, there's a photo of Mr. Motivator. Now, in spite of the fact that it looks like the photo's been rotated 90 degrees, no, that's just how fit this man is. He's holding himself up off the floor. Can you imagine?
Whoa!
Have you sent this photo yet?
I've put it on Twitter. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll send it to you as well, Peter. There you go.
No, it's okay.
There he is. He's there. Look at him. He's like pushing the ground down. How is he doing that?
He's so strong.
I don't understand. Peter, could I get the last two of your donations again, please?
Yep. Okay, hang on, let me scroll up. Boys, look out. Thwack.
I warned yous. Thank you. Thank you. There we are. We did get hit, though. Thank you to the very generous. Ben is a speedophile. That's speed, to be clear. And it says, don't let Michael read that name out loud.
God, yeah,
Been listening since Triple Jump started. Sadly, didn't find Vidiots until too late, but watched all of it since and loved it all. Big love to you three, and glad I can finally afford to donate. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. Also, the very generous Stroop Waffle 420 plays it, who says, thanks for all the cheeky episodes during all those years. The way you'll make mundane subjects special is a highlight of my week. Here is a big load to indulge in and take care. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you.
Thank you, Street Waffle.
Thank you for the big load.
Blaze it Stroop Waffles, I get it. Yeah. Melissa Joan Shart, William Shartner, Wibbly Wobbly Cummy Wummy, Podiots has changed 137, who was very generous and said, hi boys, I for one welcome our new blobby overlord. Thanks for all the laughs over these 5 years. You're very welcome. Kevin Shart. It's a real theme today.
That's a good one. I like that.
Test hyphen uretal recordings, which I think is a parody of the first
Yeah.
the episode thing that we released. Thanks for the nut. Vidiotsofficial.com, Finn Tristan, please ignore, and Dave Benson's Stiff Nips. Thank you very much to the Pod Squad for this week. Remember, if you'd like to donate and support the show, go to podiots.com and donate £3 or more. You get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show, and we love you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mikey?
No.
Yes.
Peter?
Yeah?
Do you have
Pick a favourite.
Do you have who has... It's Mike, right?
Pick a favourite. Ben, pick a favourite.
Pick a favourite. The donation even reminded you.
Pick what? Pick what favourite? I don't understand.
It's never going to get through. It's never going to get through to him, is it?
No.
I need context. I don't understand. I don't remember what it's referencing.
The fourth last donation in Mikey's group. Look at that.
Oh. Pick a favourite from the donations.
Yeah. We do it every fortnight.
Okay.
So was that genuine terror from your voice?
I couldn't work out at first whether you were
no
joking.
fucking clue what you were talking about. When I was putting together the donations, I even thought that must be a reference to a question we've had previously where I didn't have an answer. One of the guys will know what that means. And then he just yelled at me and told me to pick a favourite. And
I just thought you were... I couldn't tell you were joking. I thought you were joking. I don't know. I mean, we all laughed at... which one was it now? I've forgotten. Thanks for leaving me out of it. The implication being that Dave's been listening all along and donating.
Yes.
But I was also really taken by surprise by Melissa Joan Shart.
Yes, I think one of the Sharts for me.
Yeah, Kevin Shart for me. It's a good week for Sharts.
Love a good Shart. Yeah, love a good Shart. Thank you, Pod Squad, very much. And I'm sorry I forgot to pick a favourite.
A chaotic intro, I feel. That's fine.
Crazy.
People pay for.
Michael, get us back on track.
Would you boys like a question?
Yes, please.
Now, every once in a while here at Podiots, we like to delve into some very serious, hard-hitting subjects, and our first question is going to take us right down that road. This one's from Sideways Boxcar at Sideways Boxcar on Twitter, and they ask, if you had to pick a common sound to play every time you got aroused, like the intro music for DreamWorks movies or a Mario mushroom sound effect, what would it be and why? My thought for this one was the Wilhelm scream.
Nothing gets you in the mood more.
I've never done the Wilhelm scream in real life before. Let me try this. How's that?
Oh, that's not what I expected. Isn't the Wilhelm scream like? It's the one that sort of goes up.
What's your Wilhelm scream? What were you doing?
Oh, what was I doing? Wait, let me try again.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I like it. I like it. You know what? I don't have any notes. That's really good.
No, I listened to it. It's like,
yeah. No, it is a bit like that. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, but your first one was just.
Yeah, no, that was. I needed a practice one before that one. I apologize.
I liked it. I liked all of them actually. I think, all of those layered.
Yeah.
I think I'd quite like something just quite on the nose. So it would just be literally every time I get aroused, you just hear, "Let's get it on."
Okay.
Just that line, because you wouldn't want something that's going to kill the mood, would you? If you're like, if you're in a nice candlelit room and you've had a nice evening with your partner, you turn to each other, look in each other's eyes, you suddenly feel a bit of a tingle.
You're married, of course, at this point.
You're married, of course. Ideally, you either want to hear "Let's get it on" or
one of those door stops that's on a spring where you pull it back and it goes wah, 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 and it just rattled. You know, like the cats, they love to hit them. That's the noise you hear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm horny. That's too on the nose, though, isn't it? That's overtly on the nose.
Not sensual, is it? But
no.
What about the first 5 seconds of the chorus of "We Are the Cheeky Girls"?
Yeah, which is just "We Are the Cheeky Girls."
We are the cheeky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That works.
I like. Yeah, this is all good. I think I might need to take a break from the podcast for a minute.
I think I'm going to change my answer, actually. I would quite like, every time I get aroused, suddenly you hear... Well,
the inverse is true for most of our listeners, I think.
Yeah, probably.
What about every time you get aroused, it's the musical sting from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when they've got to answer a question?
Yeah. It could work.
I'm like a custom recording of Chris Tarrant saying, "I am aroused."
Is it I?
But we don't want to give you that.
Oh dear. Well, there you go. That's some music for your pants right there.
Yeah.
Who would like to begin with their thing?
I've
Not
got
that thing, put it
thematically
back, put it
appropriate.
back.
Sorry. I do have a sexy adjacent thing though, so it would almost be appropriate.
Oh,
so
okay. I was just
people
about
can
to
stay
say
in the mood.
I've got a musical adjacent thing, but I think sexy is probably more relevant. So
Okay, well, if you'd allow me to continue with sexy, I look forward to hearing music, but I think you will be especially interested in this sexy, Peter. You specifically. So here we go. I would like today to talk to you about The Empire Strips Back, the unauthorized Star Wars burlesque parody.
Oh, no.
Wow, okay.
Have either of you heard of this?
No, I don't think so. I've seen is it the Indian version that they made? It's got like a slightly higher budget than you might expect, but is very low budget.
Okay, it's not that. This is an actual burlesque show.
Wow, okay.
This is real and you can see it, and it's Australian, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. This is mainly just advertising the fact that it's coming to a particular theatre, but it gives us a good overview of what the show's about. And also, I believe this article is a little out of date. So if you hear the name of the theatre and think, oh my God, maybe I could, it's gone. It's not there anymore. So you're going to have to search elsewhere. The internationally acclaimed The Empire Strips Back, the unauthorized Star Wars burlesque parody, will have a limited engagement at the Montalban Theatre, 1615 Vine Street in Hollywood, beginning November the 19th. Featuring all of the classic Star Wars characters, The Empire Strips Back, created by Russell S. Beatty, takes audiences to a galaxy far, far away, creating one of the most unforgettable and unauthorized theatrical versions of the beloved franchise. Would you like to see a screenshot?
I don't know. I mean, I am married, but sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, this will awaken things in you. I guarantee it. There's also a video component that I will send to you in a minute.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, sorry, my Wilhelm scream went off.
Oh, blimey. It's going to Combining striptease, song and dance, troupe routines, and plenty of humour, audiences are transported into the world of burlesque to witness a menacing troupe of seriously sexy stormtroopers, a dangerously seductive Boba Fett, tantalising Twi'leks. Did I say that right, Peter?
It's Twi'leks or Twi'leks. They say it differently in different episodes of different things.
Oh, okay.
So,
I like Twi'leks. Twi'leks. A delightfully lukewarm Tauntaun, a ladylike Skywalker, and of course, scantily clad and daring droids. Even Darth Vader will explore her feminine side with a fantastical twist.
Oh, you did those so fast, I couldn't even keep up with all the potential punnage.
Okay, hang on. What? So let me. Where did you get a dangerously seductive Boba Fett?
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Fett.
Nice.
Tantalizing Twi'leks.
That's fine. Next one.
What tweak? You could do tweak.
Well, yes. Tweak. I don't know. Yeah? I'm not sure about that.
All right.
Twi'leks.
Twi'leks. Yeah.
A delightfully lukewarm Tauntaun.
I mean, this is the worst one, but you could literally just say, "I thought they smelled bad." on the outside.
Oh,
and
goodness. Yeah, you
let
could
your
do
mind run away with the implications
really
there. Yeah.
A ladylike Skywalker.
See, those were the only two I came up with on the fly, but
Luke Thigh-Walker. Is that anything?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, scantily clad and daring droids.
Oh, that's a hard one. Hemorrhoids.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy.
Even Darth Vader will explore her feminine side with a fantastical twist.
No, see, like I say, I only actually had two, but
Okay. Well, you've done pretty well.
I've done okay. I did about 30%. So.
C+, try harder.
C+.
Yeah.
So this is a quote from someone who's seen the show. So it's got a lot of ellipses in. Dark and sexy. With each drawer of the curtain, we saw a series of acts that were visually decadent and totally unique. A captive Princess Leia gyrating in a bikini to the Nine Inch Nails song Closer. Or sexy stormtroopers stomping to the relentless Seven Nation Army. Or this is a line I don't understand. And Peter, you might be able to clarify.
Right.
Or resident space pimp R2-D2 making it rain by ejecting wads of cash into the air, while a braggadocious Han Solo undulated to Smooth Criminal, making every goth and nerd in the audience scream like animals.
I have no point of reference as to why R2-D2 might be considered a space pimp.
The resident space pimp.
Resident space pimp. No idea.
No, I don't really know either. And from the clips that I've seen, because I did a bit of research, obviously.
Sure, research. Yeah.
For the articles, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. I didn't see anything R2-D2 as anything other than just a little droid thing. C-3PO gets some interesting airtime. Again, I'll show you the video in a sec. You'll be able to see. First imagined in 2011 by BT, the original production was booked in a small 150-seat room in Sydney for a one-off 3-night run. Fast forward to 7 national sold-out Australian tours, an enthusiastic audience of over 100,000 plus, and a Huffington Post video feature boasting 20+ million viral views. So it's really gone. I don't know how it still exists, to be honest. I would have thought Disney would have shut it down quite a while ago.
Does it count as, is it some sort of parody allowance, maybe, to do a burlesque show? I don't know if it's
label
parody,
itself
really.
as a parody, so that could well be it. Right, I'm going to send you the video now. You can watch the little beginning bit and then skip to I don't know, maybe a minute from the end, and you'll see some stuff because it's a behind the scenes video. So
right, yeah.
It's got some talking heads in the middle, and you can see everyone skipping to the bit where the ladies are dancing dressed up as Star Wars characters. So yeah, if you guys want to cue that up, you can start watching it at the same time and sort of describe what you see on screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God, there was a Jabba the Hutt.
Wow.
I mean, now I'm aroused. Oh, they're doing Wrecking Ball. Miley's there.
Yeah.
Oh, Darth Vader's
There's Darth
very,
Vader.
very sexy.
It's just a leather catsuit thing, or like a gimp suit almost.
I don't know what I was expecting, but holy production values. Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot more than I thought. So now we're skipping to...
You want to skip to maybe 4 minutes and 56 seconds?
4:56. Okay, should we all pause on there quickly?
Yeah,
and then
4:56.
resume?
Okay, ready?
Gotcha.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry, we ended on inflating Jabba
Yeah, there's
the
a
Hutt
man
there.
inside Jabba the Hump.
Oh my God.
That Jabba's pretty impressive. I like
It's
that.
good, yeah. They take it from city to city, and there's Princess Leia doing
Yeah, I mean,
some
you don't even have to
dancing.
do anything with Princess Leia. She was already in an actual golden bikini in that episode, so that's fine.
Horny Mr. Lucas.
And there's a man
oh
climbing
my-
out.
That's the man inside of Jabba's
It's
heart.
Danny DeVito
That's
coming
him.
out
That's
of the
Mr.
couch.
Beatty, the guy who invented Jabba the Hump. And also this whole show. If you keep watching, there's a lady talking now, and we're about to see some sexy stormtroopers.
Oh, those are very sexy stormtroopers.
They're putting on their armor.
Can't be denied.
There we are. They're walking
Bums.
around. Yeah, there's bums. They've got little bits of white armor. Darth Vader's taken off her cape,
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hell of a strut. Yeah.
and now she's really going for it. Yeah, look at them all go.
Yeah, Vader's got some sick moves.
This is really good. I recommend everyone, and then it's basically an invisible suit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here. It's a very exciting show. I didn't know such a thing existed, but it looks absolutely incredible. Beyond, come on, burlesque is an art form.
Oh, there's a Yoda.
There is a
What
Yoda.
is that?
There's a Yoda doing a little bit of MCing there at the end.
I'm concerned that I've just said to Amy, I'm off to record a podcast. And if she comes in and sees me looking at this full screen on my monitor, I'm in big trouble.
You haven't released an episode of Podiots in a year. It's just because you're here sitting watching.
You've been doing this every 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
It does look like great fun, though. I'd be well up for that.
So the EmpireStripsBack.com is the website. It looks like they're playing in San Diego from the 7th of February. So if you're in San Diego, you might want to just go see the show and report back.
Yeah, why not?
After a sold-out, critically acclaimed US tour, The Empire Strips Back announced 8 weeks in San Francisco. If you missed out on our sold-out Warfield Theatre show, be prepared for some seriously sexy stormtrooper... Oh, that's just what we've already read anyway. Yeah.
I think I'd be a little bit concerned about what kind of audience I might encounter, because I'm sure that a huge proportion of that audience is people who are just there to kind of, get in the zone, like enjoy the show in the sense of just the production. And yeah, it's a bit funny because it's Star Wars and it's an art form, blah, 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 like body positivity and all that great stuff. But there will also be perhaps a small slice of the pie chart who, I don't know, I just worry who I was
just
sat
there
next
to
to.
see Yoda's big fat arse on stage.
Exactly.
It's disgusting.
You want to see Yoda in a thong, or
Yeah.
what's he called? Resident Space Pimp R2D2 Make It Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Just a little bit more of information about the show. Australian creator Russell S. Beatty says that producing Strips Back was inevitable. I'm Peter Pan. I've never really grown up, he said. It takes all the best things about being a kid and all the best things about being an adult and just jams them together.
True.
Asked about his knuckle tattoos, which spells out sexy boss, a nickname he earned while working in the burlesque circuit, he says, I was drunk in Texas one night and got it, and I could tell I was drunk because the X is not centered. So
Oh no.
that must be endlessly irritating.
Yeah.
But there we are. Also on their website, they sell a throwback to 1970s men's magazines, and it's called Wookiee Erotica. Wookiee Erotica, and it's got
all bush. Yeah, God, sorry.
hang on, Michael Johnson. They've got some pretty cool stuff on their shop in terms of t-shirts. There's some cool t-shirts on there, and you can also see the cover for Wookiee Erotica, which is what appears to be a nude woman being covered up by a gigantic looming hairy.
Oh my
family
God,
member.
yeah. A big Wookiee there.
Yeah.
I like Pimp R2D2 lighting a naked woman's cigarette. That's
It's incredible. All this stuff, by the way, is safe for work in that there's no explicit nudity. You don't see actual nip-nips, which are obviously disgusting. You don't see genitalia, but there is a lot of skin on show. The sexuality is obviously implied. So if you do look this up, do so responsibly and maybe not at work.
Indeed.
But that's my thing. I just wanted to tell you all about the amazing show, The Empire Strips Back, and if they're ever in the UK, maybe we should go and see it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do Dick and Dom first, and then we'll go and see a sexy Star Wars show.
Yes.
What a night.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Have they ever been to the UK? I mean, that would be great, actually, because it looks like a lot of fun. And like going to a burlesque night's always interested me. It seems like a lot of fun. So why not make a start with The Empire Strips Back, eh?
Yeah, man. It sounds pretty good. I'll tell you what, I'll sign up for their mailing list and I'll let you guys know.
Brilliant.
Man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I'm just very quickly Googling Empire Strips Back Yoda. He's got to have a sexy twist. No, there's no images of him. Damn it.
Damn it.
You have to go to the show to find out.
Why can't they make him sexy? They could do. I'm sure they could.
Yeah. Well, we can put a little note in the suggestion box. Make Yoda sexy, please. Sexier.
He's made
Sexier, yeah.
Yes, he's already pretty sexy. Thank you, Ben. That's absolutely spectacular. What a
wonderful.
delight.
You're welcome.
Would you boys like a question?
Yes.
Yes, please.
We've got one from Lubo at LewisWatkinV1 on Twitter, and they say, with the announcement of the Wallace and Gromit escape room, A Grand Way Out, opening up in Bristol later this year. Have you both heard of this?
Yes, I even looked at tickets. You can book it right now.
Oh, I feel like it's my moral obligation.
Blobligation.
It's my obligation to get tickets, considering I think it's like down the road from me. So I might do that one day, and that might be a thing. me accidentally killing Wallace in the. Yeah, we've not had a good experience with escape rooms, have we?
You can be a Wallace respondent.
We left what's his name to die.
Jenkins?
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
It doesn't matter. He's dead. But I will say again, Wallace Spondent. Can you? Is that?
Sorry.
You can be our Wallace Spondent. Can I?
Oh, I see. Yeah, Wallace Spondent.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got it. I get it now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done. Anyway, the rest of the tweet reads, what other IPs in the world of fiction would you love to see an escape room be inspired by, and what would be its basic premise? Cheers.
Well, while we're on the subject of the Wallace and Gromit one, I feel that we should probably make clear that there is absolutely no way they're going to want us to go and film their escape room, because then everyone just gets the solution. So for those of you wondering if we're going to like try and get in touch with them and see if they'll let us come and do a video there, it's not going to happen. But Mikey could go and tell us about it afterwards, spoiler free.
Do a little write-up. I'm mainly just there to get hopefully they've got someone dressed as Wallace and or Gromit. I'm only in there for the selfies.
And if not, you can dress as Wallace.
Oh my God, I'll bust out the old cardigan and tie and I can go in.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, if we were to, transform a TV show, movie or whatnot into an escape room experience, what would be your choices?
Good question.
It's a very good question. I should have thought about this before, because it's actually quite difficult. Actually, I think I would quite like to see a Jackass escape room.
Oh God!
You have to do like horrible stuff to get through it.
Yeah. I'd love to fling myself off a treadmill and like in a safer environment with padding all around. That'd be quite fun. That's not really an escape room, is it? There's no escaping. It's just hurting yourself.
You only escape in an ambulance.
Yeah. It's the only way out of the Jackass experience. There's nothing to pull from Jackass. It's not like there's a story, a lot or anything. It's just grown men and women in the new one hurting themselves. So
yeah.
Oh man.
I think
I'm trying to think what would work, because it's not just the question of, well, what's your favorite IP, because some of them wouldn't really translate very well into puzzle situations. On the other hand, even if I picked something like Star Wars, for example, it would just be fun to be in like an immersive. Like you went to that like mock cantina, didn't you, Ben, when you were shooting at
yes,
WCPW?
Yeah.
I'd love to go there. I think that was in Manchester, was it? Or
yes, I can't remember what the venue was called, but they had all sorts of like weird replica things. It was like a mini convention center almost, and they had a replica cantina,
like a whole thing, and like
strange.
Just to be in a well, what's the word? Like a good
recreation.
Yeah, like recreation, like where they really honor all the details, and it's like the immersion there would be fun, even if the puzzling was rubbish. So maybe I would just pick something like Star Wars, just so it could be in a Star Warsy setting.
A while back in Bristol, there was a theatre performance of Train Spotting, but the twist was that rather than there being a stage, the whole thing would like carry out around you, and the actors would navigate around the stage. And I mean, if you've seen Train Spotting, there's a scene with a dead baby in it, and you can imagine how horrifying that would be in person. Have an actor shove a baby doll in your face, like my baby's dead.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes. No, thank you.
Thanks for that. I don't regret buying tickets for this.
I'm only saying this because I've got a Thunderbird 2 on my desk, but maybe some sort of you're in the controls station on Tracy Island for the Thunderbirds,
as you call them.
Yeah. And you gotta take control of each of the Thunderbirds with like rudimentary you've got some wheels that you got to turn. I don't know. Maybe there's a station for each of the Thunderbirds, and you've got to avoid some sort of international crisis, albeit giant alligators or something else.
They could have like TV monitors so that when you do press like launch or whatever, you then get to watch the rocket launch on the screen.
Yes. Yeah,
I got
I did
mine,
an
actually.
escape room the end of last year, actually, that was you're in a nuclear bunker and you have to press the big red button to cancel the launch of a nuclear missile, and like the floor doesn't shake or anything, but it had like really loud speakers that made it feel like there was an actual missile.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I think The Matrix would make a stonking escape room
it would.
experience. So I guess you could like kind of riff off the scene where Neo gets, the phone call in the office scene, and he has to get out and escape around people. Like, I mean, it'd be a big experience, but having that little like, like maybe present it as not the Matrix. Well, actually, no, that would be crap. You need to know what you're getting into. It'd be nice to have like the world, the veneer of the world pull back around you, and you've got to escape and flee from this battery hellhole you've been dragged into.
Well, some of them like have multiple. You go from like one room and then through to a different room, like, there's doors within the larger escape room. So you could have a little bit of it that's set up like an office in the Matrix world. And then maybe all the lights go out and they sort of, you're on like a moving floor or something and it moves you. And then when the lights come back on, you're in the real world and you've been like let out of your pod thing. You have to wrench a tube out of your neck.
Yeah.
It's also just a good excuse to wear a big long leather jacket and black sunglasses.
You never need an excuse for that.
It'd be like
That's a timeless look.
Like that clip, I am a sentinel. Have you seen that?
Yes,
You must have seen that. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Is that us all put our suggestions in for some company to come and steal and profit off our ideas?
Yeah, do it. Steal the Thunderbirds one.
Thunderbirds.
Peter.
Yes.
Would you like to do your thing?
Sure. I've got some things that I need to send you guys in Discord. You're going to have to press play on them as and when you are asked to do so. So there, you should have three tracks available in your Discord.
I see them.
There they are.
So I stumbled across a thing the other day. I don't know why this hasn't become a bit more of a trend. I suppose it's a bit hit and miss at the moment. But someone on Twitter, I occasionally get fed Doctor Who related tweets because the algorithm knows that I'm semi-interested. And someone had taken a clip from the end of an episode of Doctor Who. It was like the last couple of lines of dialogue and then the theme tune playing, like the ending credits. And they'd run it through this new thing. You might be aware of this, Mikey, as a pro video editor boy that you are. Adobe have now got this AI learning tool that's free, I guess maybe for only if you've got Creative Cloud, but you can just go on the website and use it for free, where it's designed to actually remove background noise and like really cleanly like tidy up audio recordings for podcasters. So they have an example on the page, and it's this guy and he's talking and he's saying like, I've got the window open, I'm in my apartment, it's like echoey in here, there's like hard floors and stuff. And while you're playing this like test audio that he's recorded, you can switch on and off between like applying this tool or not. And when you turn it on, all the car traffic noise from outside his window vanishes, and it suddenly sounds like he's in like a soundproof booth with like, he's got like bass boost, and it sounds it's a really good tool. It's working pretty well. So it works well for that instance, for what it was designed for, mastering bad podcast recording. But for some reason, this person had applied it to the end of a Doctor Who episode. And what it does is the AI tries to find all the human speech in something that doesn't have human speech, i.e. the Doctor Who theme tune. And so what it does is like amplify and with AI learning sort of like correct little bits of like what sound like human phonemes, but there are no real words. So I thought I would run a few things through this tool, and I was horrified by the results. So
I'm so excited.
Okay.
I really feel that track 1, which we're about to listen to, is as though we've perhaps got a medium in and we're at long last able to channel the spirit of Kevin, because Kevin was lost from us.
Yes.
Tragically. And it sounds like he's trying to get a message through to us. So if you want to listen to track 1 together, if you're ready.
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1. Play.
There he is.
He's trying to speak.
That is so weird.
Isn't it odd?
So it's picking out what it thinks are human noises in music.
And trying to enhance them.
Scatman John's in the room.
Oh, oh God. Oh, Kevin.
Kevin, please.
Wow.
Oh, that was beautiful at the end.
So good.
Isn't it strange? Because because it's able to pick up what it thinks is the pitch of the person's voice. It's like they're singing along because they're always perfectly in tune.
Oh my God, that is absolutely spectacular. I love that.
Good.
Yeah. So I was then thinking, okay, I got to try this on a few other things, and it's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it's like it doesn't do it enough, and it's just occasionally there's a bit of a hiss or a mumble, but it's not doing a lot. And then sometimes it does it so much that it doesn't really sound like a voice. Like I did it with I can't even think what it was now, but something Podiots or Vidiots related that had like a trumpet, and it basically was almost just humming along to the trumpet perfectly well, and it didn't sound so creepy. But track 2, hang on, I'm trying to remember what this is. Let me just hit play. Oh yeah, okay. So I thought, for those who don't know, our friend Mr. Blobby has a special theme tune.
He does.
And this might be the best way, I think, for you to be introduced to it. Not only will you get to hear in the background the Mr. Blobby theme, but it will be able to speak to you literally to your heart and introduce itself. So if you guys are ready.
Yeah, I think so.
3, 2, 1. Play.
Oh, wow.
It really goes places at the halfway mark.
Okay.
Well, it certainly ups the intensity.
Oh, wow, there's like words in there.
There's a whole conversation happening.
There's mice in the MP3. Oh, God.
The final note.
Oh, Jesus. To begin with, it sounded like some sort of impressionist or comedian just going, bo, 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 and just doing a silly voice.
Yeah. And then all the whole team of blobby voices kicks in. So the last, I mean, I tried it on a few more things, and you kind of get the idea now. Like I'm not going to subject you to more of that, but I then suddenly thought, well, hang on, what happens if I do it to a song that's got a voice in it? Will it like do the same thing to the voice, or will it maybe it'll just create like a nice a cappella track and it'll remove the music and just leave us with the singing? And it leans more towards the latter in that it isolates voices pretty well and gets rid of the backing music, but it's not perfect, and it is doing this sort of Jurassic Park frog DNA thing where it's filling in little bits that it's snipped out, and it leaves you with what sounds like an alien trying to blend in to the original file. It's like, well, I think I'll just let it speak for itself. If you're ready with track 3.
Is it literally going to speak for itself?
It is going to speak for itself.
Okay.
And it's going to... So keep in mind, all I have given it is the original song. It sounds like someone else at times is trying to sing the song and do its very best impression. It's so strange.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
I've been to Stoke-on-Trent. Oh yeah, to Stoke-on-Trent. It's starring down on the river Trent.
Oh,
It's
no.
a vibrant mix of the great and the
Oh, it's so
good.
gentle.
Like Reginald
Yeah.
Spitfire Mitchell and Josiah Wedgworth. Come and lose yourself in that pottery
It's like he's
shopping
belching it.
centre. Why not try
Yeah,
a
it's like
statue of
a
King?
quite good impression.
Culinary adventure comes to Stoke-on-Trent. House he just walked his men by the welcome praise of help here in Stoke-on-Trent.
That is
Just sounds like your northern granddad trying to sing it.
yeah, but at times it also veers into something out of science fiction horror, almost like that. What is it? That the evil villain at the end of the first Fallout game. That's like a
Yeah, the blob thing.
computer hybrid who speaks in about 6 different human voices.
It's all there, but it's just not quite right. It's like you're having a dream about the Stoke-on-Trent song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a police sketch artist's impression of the Scots.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, have you seen this cat?
Oh my god.
One thing you might not have noticed as well is literally in the very last second after the song ends, there's clearly just some sort of like drum snare hit or something that has just turned into like a woman's voice saying like a little whisper right at the very end. If you just listen to the last second again,
It's like a little.
it's very weird.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
That is absolutely delightful. I'm not a fan of AI in general, but like abusing it to make weird shit is absolutely delightful.
Yeah,
God.
exactly. I agree.
We lucked out with it working so well on the Podiots theme song
Yeah.
there. That's a thing of beauty.
I know.
Kevin's
Yeah.
trapped in there forever.
I tried the Wallace and Gromit theme. I tried the Art Attack theme, and yeah, it was all a bit hit and miss at times. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. And
I did.
Absolutely.
sorry, Mikey, for making slightly extra, slightly more work for you there. Having to embed those in.
It's well worth it, my God. And I hear, if you listen hard enough to the Podiots song version of this, you can hear the future, your own future somewhere in the words. You can interpret it. And it tells the future.
Ooh.
God, big fan. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Would you boys like another question?
Yes, please.
Please.
This one's from Freddie and the Fabs at Fabs Band. And they ask, Dick and Dom are changing. They are expanding into a threesome. No, not like that, you dirty buggers.
Oh.
And they want one of you three to join, but only one. You must choose who, because if you don't, Dick and Dom will retire from entertainment, and it will be the fault of the Vidiots.
Oh.
I mean, they already
So this is a group
sort of
effort.
did. But yeah, okay.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
What?
Well, did we?
No. As I said, they did. They've already sort
they
of
did.
retired. I mean, that they don't do a great deal these days, do they?
That's true.
They
Saying
just
that,
do
hey, they're
radio
doing
and
they're doing a DJ set in Bristol in like a couple of weeks, so they're busy
nice.
boys.
Are you gonna go?
somewhere? I'm tempted, but I'm erring on the side of no, because for some reason I just feel like it would be bloody awful.
It might
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't want to see my heroes ruined like that. Maybe I'll see if there's still tickets near the time. I might jump on it and do another reporting from the field experience.
Okay.
So as a group decision, we've got to choose one of us. And now, Ben, I know you're not. I don't think you'd put yourself forward for this. But I'd argue, I'd argue you'd bring a good extra dynamic to the trio in that you could be the straight man.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't want to go up on stage in front of loads of people, but you know, we've done stuff in front of camera for years, and so that I feel like it's a different situation. However,
Yeah.
so many of their beloved characters are northern, and I don't feel like that's a voice I can lend to the production.
True.
That's a vacancy one of you two could fill.
Well, what I was going to suggest was that up until 2018, Worst Games Ever and other content like it, well, there wasn't really any other content like it, but, you know, Ben and I were very much a double act. And it wasn't until the wild card that is Michael Johnson was brought into the mix that it created something wonderful. Children's TV, except you can say cunt, as we were told.
Yes, exactly.
So perhaps if you promise not to say cunt, Mikey, I think you might be the extra factor that they require. It's already been proven. Well, although the channel did die after 9 months.
Yeah, all my fault. I don't know, because I feel like I would bring the same energy that one of the child contestants would have on the show.
Maybe, yeah.
And I don't know if they need that as a duo added onto them. Because it's like where you put the children in these ridiculous scenarios and they're just utterly bewildered and they don't know what's going on. They don't know what to say and they're just going along with it. I feel like I'd inhabit that exact same energy. So Peter,
by process of elimination,
you've got no choice.
Sounds like you're doing it, Peter. Sorry.
I mean, I always used to. Well, I don't know if I thought about it at the time. I probably just sat there and absorbed the chaos and enjoyed it as a viewer. But certainly since we've been doing Vidiots and we've watched some of their content back, I watch that and think, man, I would have loved to do that as a job. I mean, it's easy. I guess in some ways, it's easy to look at these things and think, "Oh, wow, look! I bet that was wonderful," but it was probably quite stressful and tiring, and
the room just smells of a rotten mug.
Yeah, but I quite like the sort of vaudeville aspect to it. Like, it's not so much about the fact that there are kids on there winning prizes. I like the fact that halfway through, someone marches in a slightly cheap costume that's been dug out of the BBC wardrobe department. And sings a song and does a dance and tells a joke or whatever, and then just walks off. I think that's all very entertaining, and I'd love to be there and experience that.
You've got a hell of a voice as well, Peter. So yeah, I'm putting my hand up to the vote. Peter Austin should be. Wait. Oh, that's another important question. How's Dick and Dom? Sounds great as like words. Dick and Dom and Peter. No, it's not too bad.
That could work. Dick and Domston. Would you consider entering The Fly type situation with Dom?
Yeah.
I'm becoming
For
one.
sure.
One
yeah, if that's my only way in, I'll do it.
Okay.
I mean, I think the conclusion we've come to is that perhaps you and Mikey might be the best suited, but you both seem to have sort of rejected the calling, and now I'm the only one who's willing to do it.
It's the start of Skyrim, and you've gone to that town in Riverwood, and Mikey and I have run off through the forest. That's what's happened.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Peter, I look forward to seeing you. Well, maybe if you do get on stage, it's your audition to join the three.
You got to get on stage. We're still not telling anyone which Dick and Dom live we're going to, so
no,
it's not the one in Newcastle. If you see us there, say hello.
Yeah, please do. All right. Would you boys like to hear my thing?
Yes, please.
Oh, before I begin my thing, God, I nearly forgot again. Last time I forgot to say that my wonderful thing about Raw was submitted by a viewer, the very wonderful Harry at Harry Chris Robin on Twitter. So everybody give him a big round of applause. It's long overdue. He deserves it. Thank you. But this week, I come with a mystery. It's a mystery that's been tearing apart a small island in New Zealand. Ooh. The residents of Waiheke have been left in absolute shock and living in fear as a result of it. So this is all pulled from a Stuff article written by the wonderful Virginia Fallon, who did some wonderful investigative journalism here. And this begin. Okay. For the past year, Waiheke Island residents have been finding single sausages wrapped in bread left in their letterboxes.
No. Oh, God.
Absolutely abhorrent. As accusations fly and motives are questioned, victims of the Surfdale sausager say the mystery is tearing the community apart.
Sausager.
Yeah, I like that. Sausager is good.
I found this article and I was like, I wonder if this has got legs. And I got like a sentence in and I was like, yeah, it's got legs. It's got legs. So the first sausage arrived in the summer of 2022, wrapped in white buttered bread and coated in tomato sauce.
Buttered?
It was called... Yeah, so it's not just a rogue sausage. We did for a while in Bristol have a rogue sausager as well, I must add. But it's gone across the ocean in this case. It was cold by the time Jacob Coetzee found it in the letterbox. It looked to have once been barbecued. Shrugging it off as a likely leftover from a drunken passerby, the teenager biffed it away and gave it no further thought.
Biffed
I feel like the usage of biffed.
Yes, biffed it away.
And it was shrugged off until it happened again and again and again and again. And it just kept happening. Same sort of sausage, the same sauce, same location, letterboxes. And then things got even weirder. I sent a picture to my group and some of them had been sausaged as well.
No.
That's when we all realised we had a serial sausager on the island.
Oh, no.
Absolute nightmare. Waiheke is just a 30-minute boat ride from downtown Auckland. The island's known for providing an elite retreat for the wealthy, a haven for alternative types, as well as the wine from its 30-odd vineyards. So not exactly the kind of place you'd expect to find sausage harassment going on.
No, not at all.
As reports of letterbox sausages continued to pour in, Coetzee, who lives in the suburb of Surfdale, began investigating. Many of his mates had also received the small goods, and while some members of a local Facebook group wondered whether sausaging was a euphemism for something unsavoury, others said it happened to them. The modus operandi was almost always the same: sausage, white bread, butter and sauce, but the approach was scattergun. Weeks, even months would pass without incident until suddenly a sausage.
No.
No. You never know when the strike will happen, but when it does, everyone gets struck, he says. It's traumatic. Nobody's letterboxes are safe. Once the sausages came wrapped in brown bread, and of late are sans butter. Whether that's a nod to the cost of living crisis or the fumbling of a poor copycat, Coetzee doesn't know. Yeah, butter went right up in price, didn't it? He does know some local teachers have been targeted. It's that brazen, he says. Not the teachers. Leave them out of it. As the number of strikes grew, so did suspicion amongst the residents. It's ripping us apart. We can't trust one another. I've been accused. My brother's been accused. It's a witch hunt. The sausages were almost certainly Heller's Pre-Cooked, which I believe is a brand in that part of the world, and pricing them up in various shops and gas stations. Coetzee found they were cheapest at the local supermarket. Potential lead. Following questions from Stuff, and despite a, quote, deep dive into the data, a spokesperson for a New Zealand supermarket chain was unable to confirm they'd in fact sold the items, but sent their thoughts to the community. They said, we can only... we hope one day this will stop. Our thoughts are with you. They said, we can only imagine the fear that people are living in, not knowing whether today will be the day that they fall victim to the Surfdale sausager. We'll continue to keep a close eye on the small goods section in store and report any suspicious activity to the relevant authorities.
If anyone buys sausages, they're going to get reported.
Stop right there, criminal scum. This might have been a dead end, though Coetzee has one more bit of information. Waiheke is where the Mad Butcher lives, just saying.
What?
The Mad apparently in the area, there's a local character. Well, not a character. He's a local businessman. The Mad Butcher, also known as Sir Peter Leitch, who runs a butchery chain by the same name, the Mad Butcher. And he is quick to offer up all the reasons why he can't be the sausager. Firstly, he no longer owns the nationwide franchise, so isn't that involved in the day-to-day runnings. Secondly, he still buys his sausages from the stores, and perhaps most importantly, would never dare to biff away a sausage.
No.
It's
Waste.
terrible. He says, I'm flabbergasted. Sausages aren't cheap to make. I bought some the other day from the Mad Butcher in Auckland, and they tried to give them to me for free, and I said I can't do that, so they gave me a discount, and even then they're about $20 a kilo. Who's buying sausages just to put them in people's letterboxes? Amazing. Someone very much still in the meat business is Carol Foreman, who owns the island's Humble Pie Village Butchery. She's cagey when confronted, denying she knows either who's behind the strikes or having heard of them at all. She does wonder if it might be a promotion for something.
What?
No, no, absolutely not. That sounds like guilty talk, though. It might just be a promotion. I don't know.
The fact that she's claiming not to know what they are, when clearly, like, surely everyone in town probably knows about the sausaging, and she's like, the what? People are putting what in where? What do you talk? What?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like people are going to go into a shop and be like, "Have you heard about the cereal sausager in town?
Yeah.
This is very,
The price of
very bizarre,
sausages?
£20 a pound." Adding her sausage, she added, her sausages are already famous enough and that nobody in their right minds would throw them away. What she does admit, however, is that her butcher is currently on leave. Quote, I can't vouch for his whereabouts or what he's doing right now. Sorry.
What is this? Why is everyone taking it so seriously?
It's a conspiracy that goes all the way to the top, Peter. That's why everyone's so cagey.
We must get to the bottom of this. Nico Bajent has been hit at least 3 times, saying while it's not an easy thing to talk about, he wants to both spread awareness of the issue and bring it to an end. The latter can only be done by uncovering who's behind it. Quote, it is traumatic and I want this to stop. It's been going on for far too long now. Unlike Carol Foreman, though, he has a suspect, a friend by the name of Tamaho Key Keeper. His evidence is flimsy, though, but he believes it all stacks up. Quote, when the first people got hit, everyone had photos of the sausages. He claimed he'd got hit by the sausager, but didn't have the photo to back it up. He's also the only person in our chat group who doesn't live in the suburb. I can't believe this. People are literally witch hunting people and throwing accusations around over sausages in a letterbox. Just put it in the bin. Bajent is quick to share his mate's phone number, passing on a message to him or anyone else who's behind it all. You wouldn't realise the toll it's taking on your victims. Please, no more. Hurt and betrayed is how Keykeeper describes feeling when Bajent's accusation is put to him. Oh my God, wait, so the person writing this article got in touch with them and told them about the accusation. Oh my
just
God.
Spreading drama now.
Yeah, this is just shit spreading. Insisting that not only is he not the sausager, but he was one of the very first victims. That's not gonna work in court.
No photo though.
Mm-hmm. He's not surprised his mate has tried to blame him. So this is a serial dickhead, this guy. But worries that while the finger pointing continues, the sausager remains at large. Yet another victim, speaking on the condition of anonymity. Anonymity. Is that I did anonymity? There we go. Thanks. Says everyone other than him has. Yet another victim, speaking on the condition of anonymity, says everyone other than him is behind the spree. And he says, I feel a bit left out, actually.
What? He thinks everyone else is doing it except him. And they're all going, who's doing it? What a strange...
Why is no one accusing me? Why is no one accusing me? That sounds like... That does sound like a cry for attention, someone wanting to be found out there, but maybe it's gone unnoticed. There is, of course, nothing illegal about putting a sausage in someone's letterbox, and once they'd stopped laughing, a police spokesperson said they've received no reports of the antics.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Watson has sent... Daniel Watson has sent hundreds of anonymous sausages around the country, having co-founded Send a Sausage a few years ago for a bit of a laugh.
Okay.
Right.
What is this country?
What's happening?
Wait, so this isn't the solution. Is this someone else who's now set up? Is this a copycat?
Well, this is someone who I think before the sausaging start had their own mail order sausage business. Like, remember that Send a Potato thing where they just slap a label on a potato? Similar to that, but with sausages.
Right.
But unlike the Surfdale Snags, these sausages cost $19.99 a piece, are inedible, and come vacuum sealed with an anonymous note. Every purchase sees the company provide a proper meal for someone in need. That's quite nice.
Okay, yeah, you can eat those if they're vacuum sealed.
Watson should be the best person to shed a bit of light into what sort of person would send someone a sausage, but he's as mystified as everyone else. Our clientele is a complete mix. We've had uni students sending them to mates, executive partners to each other, family members to each other. We've had senders from San Francisco and London. There's no pattern. And he continues to say, sausages are just funny. And when the beauty of finding one in your letterbox is that there's no point to it at all. Just a mix of confusion, laughter, and a big what the fuck. No. While he denies responsibility, he does have a message for whoever's targeting Waiheke. He says, get in contact if you want a real job.
Oh.
Wow.
And that's it. Sadly, this is an ongoing case. Yeah, there's no one's been found out yet. So I'm gonna set up a Google alert for sausage snatcher.
That is risky, but okay.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah.
So, sorry, the sausager. That's it. That might be a bit better. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the case and see if anything comes of it. But I can't believe the way these people, and maybe it's all dramatized a bit, but I like to think there's real fear in the community here.
Either that or the entire community is actually just taking the journalists for a ride and no one's getting sausaged at all.
Actually, that's a good point. The Waiheke sausage, I don't think I've actually seen an actual picture of a single sausage myself.
Well, the police, they contacted the police and the police said, we've never had any reports of a sausage going through the mail. And yet everyone is apparently so distressed by it.
This is the thing. Anyone could put a sausage in their own letterbox.
Yeah.
And take a picture of it and say, I've been sausage. But they're here. I've sent over at least some sort of photographic evidence.
Okay.
That's a good sausage. My God, look at it.
It looks a bit anemic.
Oh.
It doesn't look very cooked.
Oh, when you said it was in bread, I was imagining a hot dog bun,
it's just
not just
slice of bread.
A folded slice of bread. Oh, that's sad looking.
There's one more bit of evidence. This is a sausage, I assume. Oh yeah, wrapped in paper. So I guess they've tried to disguise it a little bit. That's better. It looks like the baby Jesus in there.
It does.
The way it's wrapped up.
It's definitely the same sausage, same brand of sausage in the two photos.
Yeah.
So
You've got some semi-premium wrapping paper there as well, with the squares on the back.
there's at least 4 people standing around examining this thing.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm just, you know how people do the compo face, like when they've been wrong done by for newspaper journalists. Here's a man doing his compo face next to his letterbox without the sausage, because I guess he binned it.
No, he's holding it in
point.
each hand.
It's in the hand.
It is? Oh my God!
He can't believe
I didn't
it.
even notice it. I can't believe you've done this.
That is excellent.
There you go. There's a tale of some sausaging. I'll let you know how things develop if they do.
Amazing.
Wow.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much, Mikey.
You're welcome.
Does that bring us to the end?
It does indeed.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for your things. And thank you, everybody at home, for submitting your questions and supporting us in all the multitude of ways that you are supporting us. But there are other ways you can support us that you might not be aware of, or that you were aware of that you've forgotten about. Mikey, is there some sort of shop?
You're darn tootin'. If you navigate over to the best website on earth, vidiotsofficial.com, and you navigate over to the shop section of the website, you will... Oh, God, there's just a picture of Blobby. I keep forgetting it feeds tweets onto the website, so there's just a big Blobby on there at the minute. But if you navigate to the shop, you'll see a lovely collection of goods, including T-shirts, stickers, hat, hoodie, and mug.
Blimey.
What a bounty. So go check it out, buy yourself a little gift, or for someone else, for that special someone in your life.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Who
Hope you're
wouldn't
married.
love a lovely Beans Time Valentine's gift? Come on.
Yes.
That's vidiotsofficial.com/shop. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody who has ordered stuff from our new shop and sent us photos. It's always very exciting to see. Make sure you send us the photos. We'd love to see it.
Yes,
We'd love
please.
to see it. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all.com/Vidiots
Official.
We've also got a Discord, vidiotsofficial.com/Discord. Thank you to Tommy and Fleckers for modding that for us. And of course, there is twitch.tv/Vidiots where we stream sometimes. Did you know that if you go to Podiots.com, that's another website we have, and donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show and join Pod Squad. It's true. It's time to shout out this week's Pod Squad once again. Michael Johnson.
We begin with Alf's back So I missed up the total intonation of that. Alf's back in Tazo form. There we go. Scrummy, cummy, plop plops. I realise I'm saying this. My neighbour's bedroom is like on the other side of the wall I'm facing. I wonder if they ever hear me just screaming these words. I'm sorry. Still, poor people. Donak 07, you dirty twonky. Bartek Kubika, Fartek per pizza. Raindrop Joy, Mr. Multivator, Creamy Dream, the Earl of Deltoid, Ben remembers to pick a fave, Lloyd's Bank, Danger Wank, Freddie Bedson Bed Tits, and Stephen Skodes.
Incredible.
Also, Lord Brotovich, you know it's all about Dacoom, Blobby and Dave Deathmatch, Billy Ray Wanks Off, Phil Harding's Hat, Mikey versus Ashton Stream When, Paradise Kuna, the very generous More Cats, the thanks for leaving me out of it, Time of the Month Blob Squad, the very generous Last Donation for a Bit, Boys Look Out, Thwack.
I warned yous. The very generous Ben is a speed O-file. That's speed. The very generous Stroop Waffle 420. Melissa Jones Shart. William Shartner. Wibbly Wobbly Cummy Wummy. The very generous Podiots has changed 137. Kevin Shart. Test-uretral recordings. Thanks for the nut. Vidiotsofficial.com. Finn Tristan, please ignore. And Dave Benson's Stiff Nips. Thank you, Pod Squad, very much for supporting us this week. Reminder, podiots.com, £3 or more to join Pod Squad in the next episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Peter, is there something out on Vidiots this week? 5 years ago? No? Nothing?
No, there's nothing.
Okay.
Nothing out.
We were still in the warm-up phase, weren't we? Where we were bashing out the content.
We've done our announcement video, but we've not. Now nothing goes out until early Feb.
Goodness.
Apparently. So.
It's the quiet time, just before the big bang happens.
Indeed, the calm before the storm.
Well then, in which case, Mikey, where are you on the internet?
At Parrot Boy on Twitter is the best place to keep up with my antics, so go check it out and have a scroll.
Yes, have a scroll. Peter, where are we?
You can find me at that Peter Austin on Twitter and Ben at confused_dude on Twitter. And together we're doing stuff on Triple Jump at Team Triple Jump. That's on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, doing lots of gaming content, lists and other things that aren't lists. Worst games ever and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, why not leave us a 5-star review on your platform of choice? It costs nothing and takes just a moment to do, and we'd really appreciate it. It helps something to do with Al Gore's rhythms, and it really does. So please go and leave us a review. A 5-star review. 5-star review, please. Well, there's just enough time to ask one final question before we fuck off. Anybody got anything?
No.
Has anybody listened this far in the podcast?
Hello? Does anyone stay to the
anybody
end?
there?
Let us know if you stay to the end normally, because I know a lot of people will hear the right, well, here's the places you, and then they'll turn off. Which is, you know, fair enough, but please, you know, we're still here. You hanging out with us? Are you here?
Sometimes the best content happens in this bit.
Not always, but sometimes.
Rare treat. It's worth tuning in for when it happens.
It could be this time. You don't know.
Yeah, wait for it.
Boppis.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Inspired. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I took her to another bed and I could not to her outside of doing to the banana, step is the boat, and the boat, the boat is on the stand. They'll do that and that don't tell me.